better get ready for an exhilarating journey as we kick off the 13th edition of Miss Queen of India 2024. Welcome everyone on behalf of Team Pegasus Bloated Pirate Limited. Well, this prestigious pageant serves as an inaugural step towards achieving those dreams. They had to clear a grooming session which was very, very comprehensive. They put their heart and mind towards it. They're all set to face the challenges, maybe the difficulties such a pageant would offer. They dedicatedly participated in the grooming session. Now they're all set. So we have set a fantastic panel of judges to pick up the right ones for the title. But before that, I think I should thank our sponsors who made the entire event possible. If I could start by thanking our main title sponsor, DQ78 TFM Grade 1 Soap, powered by Montana Finance Limited, Unique Time Charges Resorts, Parakkad Resorts. Our co-partner, Good Day Hotels and Resorts, BKV, Federal International Chamber Forum, Al-Ghazal. Our outdoor media partner, Aishwarya Outdoor Media, media partner, Europe Times, UT World, Times U, hair and makeup partner, Kalpana Family Salon and Spa, photography partner, Girish Photography, sound and light partner, Ninu Pro, the sound experts, fashion partner, Jerry Institute of Fashion Technology, crown partner, Parakkad Jewels, technical partner, Green Media, production partner, Akshay & Co., event by Pegasus Global Private Limited. And of course, our special thanks to all the medias who cooperated and supported throughout, the staff and crew of Lee Meridian Kochi, of course, the staff and crew of Sarge Earth Resorts Kochi, last but not the least, the staff and crew of Pegasus. That was that. Now, without any further ado, I would love to set the stage for inviting and introducing the wonderful panel of judges. Starting off, she's an Indian model and actress who has gained recognition for her outstanding work in the entertainment industry. Born and raised in Kerala, she began her career in modeling and went on to participate in several beauty pageants. Her talent, her dedication, and hard work paid off when she was crowned as Miss South India and Miss Queen of India in the year 2018. She is a talented and accomplished individual who has made a mark in the Indian entertainment industry. Her beauty, her grace, her acting skills have won hearts of many. And she is a true inspiration to aspiring models and actresses. Let's invite Lakshmi Menon to join us in this colorful evening of celebration. She is a driven professional, currently serves as the director of Aries Group of Companies, a global consortium spanning 62 companies across 25 countries. With a background in civil engineering, she holds up top university ranks and a gold medal in postgraduate studies. She oversees the Oscar Awards and Film Festival promotion divisions. She excels as an event organizer, anchoring various programs and modeling for prestigious fashion events. Her multifaceted career showcases leadership, innovation, and a commitment to excellence. Let's welcome Lakshmi Atul to join us for this vibrant evening filled with celebration and inspiration. Judge number 3, he's one of the leading designers of India who started his career with big names like Tarun Tahiliani and Givenchy. Eventually, he ventured into the fashion world in the year 1992 when he opened Glada, the first designer boutique to showcase all his collections. He's now a celebrated designer and a reputed name in the fashion industry for sure. He has been a part of several acclaimed fashion shows as he holds a huge experience in the sector. Let's invite the ace fashion designer Hari Anand to this brilliant evening. Last but not the least, she is a celebrated figure in multiple arenas, widely recognized for her dynamic influence and entrepreneurial spirit. She was Mrs. India Earth Personality in 2018 and has continually expanded her impact over the years. Honored as the face of fitness in the year 2020, reflecting her impact over the years. She has reflected her commitment to health and wellness and named Beauty Icon in 2022 and Fashion Icon in 2023. She underscores her profound impact on the fashion and beauty industries. As a versatile influencer, she continues to inspire and lead, embodying the essence of professionalism and charisma in every endeavor she undertakes. Rinkisha, please feel free to join the judgment path. This is the 13th edition of DQ, Miss Queen of India, and I really can't wait to introduce you to the 10 stunning contestants. I mean, I'm running in short of words. Why don't you check it out for yourself? Let's give a huge round of applause to the 10 participants, the 10 stunning contestants of DQ, Miss Queen of India 2024. Here you go. So, as much as I know, I've heard that pink is not just a color, but it is a statement of how you think. So, how do you feel now? Nervous? Calm? Tranquil? Whatever it is, you have to be exciting because you are going to be heard for the first time ever in this pageant. Now, let's get to the round number 1, which is the self-introduction round. Let's get started. Our contestant number 1 of DQ Miss Queen of India 2024, we have Aishwarya Pontlik Madam from Karnataka.
The meaning of our life is to find our gift, but the purpose of our life is to give it away. Namaste India, I Aishwarya, 22 years of age, and I come from the land of sandalwood, Karnataka. My name stands for wealth and prosperity. So do I aspire to create the world that is rich in its act of kindness, the heart of love, and the voice of compassion. My very curiosity to know and learn about different cultures and businesses beyond the boundaries inclined me towards aviation industry. Currently, I'm pursuing MBA specialized in aviation. I love being on stage, be it dance, debate, or elocution. The same love for performing on stage pushed me to enroll myself onto my first ever beauty pageant, and I was crowned Miss Karnataka 2022. Breaking stereotypes and changing the perception of the people around me is something that I'm enjoying at this phase of life, and I will continue to do so. I also urge all the young girls to believe in themselves, and that is the first step to go onwards and upwards. Thank you.
Onwards and upwards you go. Great having you on stage as well. All the best. That takes us to contestant number 2, Akshata Das from Tamil Nadu.
Vanakkam everyone. I am Akshata Das Meetne. As a software developer, I used to craft lines of code. As a television presenter, I weave stories through the Sun Network. As a model, I bring vision into life in front of the camera and the runway. I was raised with kindness as cornerstone, but I've grown to understand the necessity of setting boundaries whenever necessary. My heart beats with advocacy as I stand here, not just as a contestant, but as a voice for all those silenced by the shadows of sexual abuse. I carry with me stories and struggles of survivors. I refuse to stay silent in times of adversity as I understand the impact and the power of my voice and the change it can ignite. I strive to create a world where survivors are heard, believed, and supported throughout their struggles. Maya Angelou once said, "My mission in life is not to merely just survive, but to thrive, and to thrive, to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And of course, setting boundaries, I feel, is a very, very important thing to do. We have contestant number 3, Anju Pandey from West Bengal.
It's not what you are, it's what you have become.
In the quest of my defining moment, Namaste and Jai Hind. I, Anju Pandey, an ex-NCC cadet and a criminal psychology graduate. As a person, I'm self-motivated enthusiast who firmly believe that one candle can lit 1,000 candles, and happiness can only get shared by distributing it among your people. And to share my happiness, I work with an NGO Satya Bharti, where we teach students and orphanage kids how to live basic hygiene and sanitation demands that. And also, I am working endlessly hard to create the general awareness and raising funds. Miss Queen India title will give me voice and support to reach out to my people. A dream that I live for and a purpose that will define my very existence. Thank you. इसी के साथ मैं आशा करती हूँ कि आप सभी की शाम में मंगलमय हो. धन्यवाद. That's all I know. So may you become the best version of yourself, all the best girl. That brings us to contestant number 4, Anuradha Kumari from Bihar.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anuradha Kumari, hailing from the beautiful city of history and religion, Bihar. Very honored to be representing East India. I come from a defense background where my dad served the country for 15 years, because of which we traveled to India and I became a versatile person. I stand here with the purpose of spreading awareness about adopting more orphans. They do not choose to come in this world often, but we can choose to adopt them and give them a family and a life that they deserve. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuradha. Contestant number 5, Harsha Srikanth from Kerala.
Some people do it for the praise, but the right people do it for the purpose. A very good evening to one and all. Myself, Harsha Srikanth, 22 years of age, hailing from the green paradise of the south, Kerala. Apart from being a passionate dreamer, I'm also a student, a model, and an entrepreneur. All throughout my life, I've religiously believed in the importance of being kind and humble in the most genuine ways, to make sure my roots are strong as my branches touch the sky. My purpose in life has always been to inspire youngsters and women to strive for their dreams by building positive, growth-oriented communities all across the globe. I'm genuinely blessed to have a family that is value-oriented and challenges me to become a better version of myself every day. A better version that is fearless. A better version that knows no limits. Because if you really strive for something, this universe will guide you, support you, help you, and even create miracles for you. Thank you.
So I believe you have been conspiring for that crown for quite some days now. May the universe be with you. On that note, I would love to welcome Himanshi Chalani from Maharashtra for the self-introduction. Namaskaram. My name is Himanshi Chalani, a 22-year-old modern engineer and a jovial person. Coming from the majestic desert state of India, Rajasthan, a land filled with culture, heritage, history, and lots of magnificent palaces around. I started my journey of dreams in 2019 when I walked in a fashion show for a social cause. Beauty with purpose had stolen my heart and my dreams had become crystal clear. But coming from a conservative background, things were not easy at my end. After 3 to 4 years of consistent efforts, lots of convincing, and most importantly, being resilient throughout, I'm here standing in front of you all today, proudly representing myself with empowerment and a devoted vision. A vision where I want every woman from my community and outside of it as well to come out of their comfort zone to follow their dreams. Because if your intentions are crystal clear to fly high, you are unstoppable. There's nobody who can stop you. Thank you. I second that because I believe growth begins right outside your comfort zone. Be the best version of yourself today and all the best. 7. Livia Lizzie from Kerala.
Nothing makes a woman more beautiful than the belief she is beautiful. Sophia Loren. Hey everybody, I'm Livia Liffey, a 22-year-old from Kerala. I feel very special and blessed to be here. And yet, I preface with Sophia Loren's quote because it describes me in a nutshell. As a girl who was introvert and absolutely terrified by the stage, I've come a very long way in developing the heart and more importantly the belief that brought me here. My belief began as an urge to see what I can do and unearth the potential within me, and similarly impel and inspire other girls like me to not run away, but to run towards their hidden skills deep inside. Because with belief, women is beyond beautiful. She is blessed. So lend me your belief and watch me manifest into a moment which results in million smiles. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Run towards the crown, girl. Contestant number 8, we have Meenakshi Unikrishnan from Kerala.
I want you to imagine a girl who once hated her own existence. Now I want you to imagine the same girl standing here confidently addressing the audience. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, I'm Meenakshi Unikrishnan, 25 years old, from Kerala, working as a professional model. My journey wasn't an easy one. As a victim of body shaming, I lacked a lot of confidence in life, but things did take a real turn when I started doing pageants, a platform that helped me turn into a strong, courageous woman, confident and limitless. Coming from a society where women aren't allowed to do what they want, I took out the most impossible dream and decided on how my life should look like. Yat bhavo tat bhavate. You become what you believe. That's why I'm standing here at Miss Queen of India for the second time, to win the title and represent India internationally, because I believe it's a mission far greater than myself. Thank you.
May your mission be accomplished. And 2 more to go. Next up, we have Swati Kumari from Jharkhand introducing herself.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Swati Kumari and I'm from Steel City of India, Jamshedpur. Some of my hobbies are art and craft, dancing and listening music. The song that I admire most is Name Ek Zindagi from Angrezi Medium, which says 1 life, 100 dreams and you can achieve it all. What I believe that everyone's journey is different from each other and mine was really unpredictable. From being a shy introvert girl who was bullied in school, is now standing proudly in front of everyone on this prestigious platform of Miss Queen of India 2024. I have left all my fears and barriers behind and I have carried my dreams in my eyes with hope, determination, confidence and love. One thing that I want to tell you, that if you want to fly high, just believe in yourself. Because if you believe in yourself, you can turn your setbacks into your comebacks. Thank you and have a nice day.
You have a nice day too. Swati? That brings us to the final contestant of the 13th edition of DQ Miss Queen of India 2024, Tamanna Bharat from Punjab.
Namaskaram, Kochi. Coming from the city of dreams, as an answer to my prayers, I've landed in God's very own country in pursuit of making my dreams come true. I am Tamanna Bharat from Mumbai, Maharashtra. I'm an 18-year-old student of psychology, a budding model, and a dancer. I have 12 years of training in Bharatnatyam, and I'm also a trained jazz dancer. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That is the motto of my life. And being passionate about psychology, I wish to destigmatize the issues of mental health and promote psychological well-being among society. I have my roots in the north, the south, and the west of India, making me an ideal representative of a diverse country. I recently embarked my journey in the world of pageantry as I won the title of Miss Navi Mumbai 2024. And to wear a sash across my chest saying India and to win a crown for my country has been one of my biggest dreams. And that is what brings me here at Miss Queen of India 2024. Thank you and have a lovely evening.
Well done, girls. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please. They have did their best, I believe, and now let the judges do their job. But you know what is the best thing about this particular edition of the pageant? Have you any idea? You don't have an elimination post round 1. You don't have an elimination. So all you girls, go get ready for the next battle of your life. All the best. call back the 10 gorgeous contestants of DQ Miss Queen of India 2024. Round number 2. This is the judges' questions round. My dear audience, the first thing I would love all of you to do is give them the loudest possible round of applause as a part of encouraging them. You know, guys, I can stand right there and keep looking at each and every one of you till the end of the times. Super hot and stunning. Welcome to round number 2. This is the judges' questions round. So this is all about picking a judge. You're getting an opportunity, literally, you're getting an opportunity to answer a question posed by a judge. So the pick will be quite random. You'll be provided with a couple of cards. Just one pick. And you have a question, listen, understand, gather as much as possible the words, the right choice of words, the information you can gather, do it, and then articulate it through the word. Contestant number 1, Aishwarya, will do the honors, and she is all the way from Karnataka.
So it's Lakshmi.
Hi, Aishwarya.
Hello, ma'am.
Looking lovely tonight.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so the question for you is, how can women's empowerment be effectively promoted in rural areas of India?
Well, thank you so much for the beautiful question, ma'am. One of the way in which women empowerment can be promoted in rural areas could be by starting the small businesses. I think that, when women, start are into, small businesses or are into entrepreneurship, I think they not only empower themselves, but they also empower women around them by providing them the jobs or by providing them the work. So that is how they could, empower or promote women empowerment. Thank you.
Akshata, would you mind stepping forward?
Rinkisha.
Very pretty.
Thank you so much. You look lovely as well, ma'am.
Thank you. I have a question for you. If you had a chance to legalize something that is illegal, what would that be?
Thank you so much for the question. I mean, obviously, we live in a world where most of the things that are a little dangerous to our lives are considered illegal. But one thing I would like to make sure that it is legal in India, it would be getting a divorce. And obviously, getting a divorce is a legal thing. But certain scenarios where, there's pressure from the family side saying you cannot get a divorce. In fact, it is something very legal, but we live in households where it makes us feel like it's illegal. So, first off, I would like to tell all the women out there that no matter what it is, your parents might tell you 100 things and they might even convince you to get married. But end of the day, I feel like you should be strong enough to make a decision and get married when you feel you are ready. It is a very legal thing to get married, get divorced, everything. But it feels illegal to tell no to our parents, so we end up pleasing them. So I would like to remind all of you that you are grown enough to make good choices. Even if it's not a good choice, you can always make it better. Thank you so much.
For West Bengal, we have Anshu Pandey taking charge.
Beautiful and alluring Lakshmi Atul.
Good evening, Anju Pandey.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. So my question is, what completes a woman?
Thank you for such an exhilarating question. I believe the womanhood itself, a sense of pride and a sense of internality complete a woman. Woman itself is a Devi, Shakti, Shushakti and Shakshitaram. Thank you so much.
Anuradha Kumari from Bihar.
Lakshmi ma'am.
Lakshmi Alpam.
There are two Lakshmi ma'ams. Which one?
Lakshmi Hal?
Yeah.
So, good evening, Anuradha. Very good evening, ma'am. The question is, who is a true friend for you? What, according to you, is a true friend? Thank you so much for the question. My true friend is my father because he has been supportive towards me throughout my life. I am an adopted child. He has given me the life. He has brought me from ground to the sky and he has never left my back. Everything that I wanted to do, he has asked me to go forward and do it. Thank you.
Contestant number 5, Harsha Srikanth from Kerala.
Hari Anand sir.
Hey Harsha,
Hi sir.
does a woman sacrifice more than a man and why?
Thank you so much for that wonderful question, sir. And I think it's very relevant to be answering it today because Pegasus celebrates their Women Empowerment Day. So it's very relevant to be answering it today. I believe that everybody does their fair share of sacrifice when it comes to succeeding in life. But unfortunately, women in this society is having to sacrifice more, which is what we're seeing on a regular basis. She's having to sacrifice her dreams, her passion, her goals, everything basically just to keep her family happy, just to keep her surroundings happy. So yes, women are sacrificing more, but I believe that we are a society where everybody is learning and unlearning new things, where men are unlearning the conventional thought about women, and slowly we are getting there where women are having to sacrifice lesser. So to answer your question, we are sacrificing more as women, but we live in a community where they're growing every day so that we don't have to sacrifice that much. Thank you so much, sir.
Manshi Chalani from Maharashtra will face the judge's question.
Lakshmi Menon ma'am.
Hi Himanshi.
Hi ma'am.
So the question is, if appointed as the ambassador of women's rights in India, what would be your first initiative?
Thank you so much for the question, ma'am. My first initiative would be to provide them education. I feel and believe that education is the vital part of our lives.
through education, you can reach heights. And I feel women from rural households don't get and are not allowed to go out go out of the house also. And it's really important to educate them, and it's really important to tell them that it's your right to do so. Thank you so much. We have Nibia Lifi from Kerala.
Rinky ma'am. Good evening. Good evening, ma'am. Okay, my question to you is, what should a person give to the world and what should a person take away from the world? Thank you so much for the question, ma'am. What one person should give to the world is happiness. We often forget how to live in the present, worrying about the future and past. Right now, me standing here is the proof of me living the moment. And I wish that all of them give happiness and take away all the sadness that the world gives. Because sadness, struggles are there to face and give us strength. Thank you.
Meenakshi Krishnik, would you mind stepping forward? And of course, she's from Kerala. Lakshmi Atul ma'am.
Hi, Meenakshi.
Hi, ma'am.
So the question here is it something our country has turned a blind eye to that which bothers you?
Yes, ma'am. One important thing that I have to bring to the notice of the people is the lack of awareness of menstruation. Because recently we have come across a news where a brother has murdered his own sister just because she bleeded, thinking that she has slept with another boy. That's something we must bring notice to the people. Men and women should be given awareness about menstruation and its hygiene. Thank you. Swati Kumari from Jharkhand.
It's Lakshmi Menon, ma'am.
Hi, Swati.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
So the question is, what barriers do women face in leadership roles in India and how can these be overcome?
Thank you for this question, ma'am. The barriers that women face is in every field, no matter where she is working and what field she is working. The only thing that we can do is understanding and accepting the women work as much as we respect women's work, and through which it will be overcome. Thank you.
There's number 10, Thamana Bharat from Punjab will mark an end to this particular round.
Mr. Hari Anand, sir.
Hi, Tamanna.
Hello, sir.
You've studied today.
Thank you.
My question is simple. Why is it important to be a multitasker?
Thank you for the question, sir. We all have just one life and so many dreams to conquer. One thing that we all must conquer is the time management to do a lot of things at once. Because when we go from this world, we should not have a regret that we didn't try something. So being a multitasker is a must, and time management is what can help it. Thank you.
Job well done, girls. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Please, it is never an easy job, you know. You face a question, a very random question, a question out of the blue, and processing it the right way and putting it in words and speaking to all of us with that sort of a confidence. It's never an easy job. But unlike round number 1, the next round will have a picking up. That's how I would love to put it. Only 6 of you, if there isn't a tie, will go to the final round, which is the common question round. I'll see you on the other side right now. Thank you so much. I would now love to call back the 10 gorgeous contestants of DQ, the Queen of India, for the results. Ready, girl, for the results? Let's do not do much talking, and I would love to announce the results. And the 6 finalists of DQ, Miss Queen of India 2024, the 13th edition, are. I mean, it was an incredibly tough job for the judges, but they have made their decisions. And of course, with admiration and solemnity, here I am announcing the names of the 6 finalists. And they are contestant number 5, Harsha Srikanth from Kerala. And now contestant number 10, Tapu Gambhara. Maria Pundlek, Madam, congratulations, you made it to the grand stage. Our next finalist, Nithya Nithi from Kerala. Contestant number 6, Hibachi Chalani. Contestant number 8, Meenakshi Unikrishnan. Before I say a word further, I would love to bid farewell to this 4 remarkable contestants. They did a brilliant job. They proved to be a tough competition for the rest of the 6 girls. Am I right? If you agree, give them a loud round of applause, please. This was one journey, I believe, for all of you, and you have a lot of memories to take back home. A bright future awaits you. All the best. Thank you. Alright, girls. Job well done. Welcome to the grand finale, and you know how it is. This is the common question round. All set for that? Yeah, so can I have the podiums, please? So we have the podiums. Lights on. Your instructions are on your way. The first thing I would want you to do is step forward, get to your podium, see that your pen is writing properly. Very, very important. You need a question, right? So this could be a hypothetical question. This could be a question related to the current affairs. I don't know. I shall read it out for you. So you will listen to it. You will process the question. You will pick up the right choice of words. You will try to write it neatly so that in the meanwhile, you can yourself read it out loud. And for doing all these, all you have got is 60 seconds. Ready for the questions? As AI models become more prevalent in the fashion industry, could the standards they establish negatively impact the overall uniqueness and individuality of the human race? Let's go for the timer. 3, 2, and go. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Right. Do you mind reading it out for us? No matter AI models come into the picture, we can never replace the beauty of humans with AI models. Human is always unique and beautiful as it's God's creation. Thank you. Gods created humans and humans created AI models. What to do?
Innovation is necessary for development. We change accordingly and we shall overcome the challenges as time passes. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya.
As an enthusiast of art and artists, yes, I believe it will be a negative thing, as nothing beats the beauty of human creativity, and not to forget the magical talent artists have. Thank you.
As much as I support AI and technological change, AI do affect the authenticity of modeling and models. As we say, AI models do affect the authenticity of modeling and models. As we say, real is not real and it hurts. Thank you.
It hurts?
Just like any coin has two faces, AI has both positive and negative impact in the fashion industry. It does affect the industry because the use of AI replaces the human job, leading to unemployment. Thank you.
Share just a completely different issue. Now let's see what you've got.
Technological advancements are not meant to make your life tough. It is advanced to make your life easy. It depends on us. How do we make a right choice and not get impacted, and always take positive impacts from it? Thank you.
Okay, girls. That marks the end of your journey only in this particular pageant. Now, fingers crossed, let's give our judges some time. I'll see you with the results. A huge round of applause for all 6 of them. So many lessons learned, so many lessons unlearned. This was one experience for all of you, very unique. I'm sure you will cherish this forever. So I'll see you with the results. You may now go back, as I'll get back with the results. You shall now witness the girls going on stage, the 10 lovely contestants of the 13th edition of DQ Miss Queen of India. They're all set for the crowning ceremony. Alright, my dears, thank you so much for the patience. And now the results are all yours. I would love to set the stage for the crowning ceremony. We have reached the culmination of this extraordinary journey, and all of their hard work, their smart work, your perseverance, your beauty, your intelligence, everything is finally paying off. Okay, so let's get started with the subtitles. We have 10 subtitles to be given away. And to give away the first subtitle, I would love to invite Mr. Sajan Varghese, the CMD, Search Group of Hotels, onto the stage, please. The first subtitle is Miss Congeniality, and Miss Congeniality is Akshata Das from Tamil Nadu, contestant number 2. Inviting Jolly Anthony, the director, White Monar. Can subtitle Miss Ramp Walk. Miss Ramp Walk is contestant number 1, Aishwarya. I could welcome on stage Ms. Shweta Jairam, the model, and together with her, Dr. Risha. He's the IMA stage coordinator. Miss Fashionista, contestant number 4, Anuradha Kumari. And now, if I could invite on stage Ms. Mini Sargent, the CEO, Sarge Group of Hotels. Next subtitle is Miss Talent, and Miss Talent is contestant number 10, Tapana Bharat. Mr. Vijay Kumar, the chairman Aishwarya Advertising, please be with us on stage. The next subtitle, Miss Tenacious, and Miss Tenacious is contestant number 5, Harsha Shrikant from Kerala. Inviting Mr. Anup Menon, Assistant Gardener, Rotary District 3201. Subtitle winner, this is Miss Vivacious. Miss Vivacious is contestant number 7, Livia Liffey from Kerala. Welcoming Mr. Patros, Director, Vibe Mola. With Solidarity being the next subtitle, we have contestant number 6, Himachi, as the winner. Father Belleville, Ms. Diti Vijay Kumar, the Managing Director, Aishwarya Advertising. Miss Diligent is contestant number 3, Anju Pandey from West Bengal. That takes us to the second last subtitle, Miss Shining Star. If I could invite Mr. V.K. Varghese, the Managing Director, V.K. Shows, to kindly do the honor. Miss Shining Stars, contestant number 9, Swati Kumari. Inviting Mr. Salam Bapu, Film Director, to give away the final subtitle. Final subtitle is Miss Inspiring, and it is contestant number 8, Meenakshi Ulikrishnan from Kerala. Okay girls, we're done with the subtitles and now we have the regional title winners. You have 4 of them, and inviting Ms. Lakshmi Atul onto the stage. Starting with Miss Queen North. Miss Queen North is contestant number 6, Himanshi Chennai. Welcoming Mr. Haryana to crown the regional title winner, Miss Queen West. And Miss Queen West is contestant number 10, Tamanam Haras. Thank you. Welcoming Ms. Rinki Shah. Miss Queen East, ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 3, Antu Pandey from West Bengal. And finally, Ms. Lakshmi Menon will join us on stage right now to crown the last and final regional title winner. Miss Queen South, contestant number 1, Aishwarya Pundleg Magda from Karnataka. It is now time for me to reveal the title winners, before which, if I could ask you girls, the finalists, to please kindly step forward. Inviting Mr. Sajan Varghese, the CMD of Saj Group of Hotels, together with Dr. Ajit Ravi Pegasus, the chairman of Pegasus. So we'll start off with second runner-up, and the second runner-up gets a ribbon, memento certificate, a crown and a bouquet. Goes to from Parakat Jewels. DQ Miss Queen of India 2024. The second runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, is contestant number 6, Himachi Chalani from Maharashtra. Miss Queen of India 2024, first runner-up, contestant number 10, Tamanam Haras. Ladies and gentlemen, DQ Miss Queen of India 2024, contestant number 5, Harsha Singh from Kerala.